Just spectacular views around every corner and challenging holes that will test every level of player. Rich Loader alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports on the call today. Frank, how would you describe this layout here at Banff Springs?
Well, Rich, the holes gently roll along the Bow River underneath those magnificent snow-capped peaks of Sulphur Mountain, Mount Rundle, and the other one in the distance is Tunnel Mountain. The greens range from these huge, massive, expansive sort of surfaces to small and flat, so very diverse. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man.
Getting set now over the putt.
1 under early in the round. Frank, it's always nice to begin a round with a little variety. We had a relatively short par 4 opening hole and now a par 3 to back it up.
You can see why short iron play is going to be paramount today, Rich. Short iron into the first hole and a chance here to hit another short iron into a short par 3. So you can get off to a very fast start.
This one has a chance to be close.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
Oh, that incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
And that drops for another birdie. 2 in a row to start the round. Frank, how about the first par 5 on the golf course here at the third, just a shade under 530 yards. Good birdie opportunity?
It certainly is. There's 3 bunkers just down that left side. Avoid those, and this par 5, very reachable.
That is just a beautiful shot. All right, Frank, what's the right play here on this second shot to the par 5 third?
Well, even though that hole is a dogleg to the right, the best way to bring it in actually is to use the general contours, which is right to left, and the shape of the shot in that direction as well. So it might look like a little cut, but it actually suits a little draw.
A sensational shot right there, Frank.
Oh, you start beating your chest after a shot like that. That's the
192 yards. It is beautiful.
It's called Devil's Cauldron, but with that lake, I think that should cool you down, not heat you up. Just keep an eye on that drop of elevation. For every 10 yards, you should reduce it by a club. So it's going to play some 50, 60 feet downhill.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot.
Really. This is an awkward length.
Wow, that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever.
Clean this up with a tap. Did the job right there. Back on the tee here at Banff Springs, 5th hole, 424-yard par 4. What's the setup here, Frank?
Well, it's very tempting to try and hit a draw because that's the way in which the hole is shaped. But the main goal is to make sure that you can take that second bunker, the one on the left side, out of play with that tee shot.
Beautiful rhythmic swing right there and right down Peachtree. Frank, what are you thinking about on this approach here at the 5th?
Once again, with a good drive, you're left with a scoring club. By that I mean a short iron. Gives you a lot more options and a lot more flags you can go. Even with a flag in the back left with a scoring club in hand, you can virtually just go straight at that. The ball will not kick too much once it hits the green.
Playing some outstanding golf right now. That's another birdie and 5 under par.
I'm loving that balance. Rich, that tee shot there has shortened up this hole considerably. It's made a tough par 4 into, well, we'll see, but it looks like a very birdieable hole now.
Hit it right where you want. Now he has a good chance to attack that hole location. And it makes the green in regulation. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Stacking birdies, that's how you put a score on the board. So 2 straight, and headed in the right direction. Now to the long par 5, 7th hole, 602 yards, Frank. They call it hoodoo.
Yeah, it's nothing for a little muscle man. Bust one up the tee there. Well, actually it is. You're going to need 2 of your best if you want to reach this par 5 and 2. So start with a good one. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicklaus over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. He'll take that one all day long. Very solid, about 15 feet away.
Now it's at sneaky distance.
Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Frank, this would jumpstart the round. His third straight birdie.
Some good playing.
Frank, you like this kind of design feature where you go from the longest hole in the course immediately to the shortest hole.
Certainly, golf giveth and golf taketh away. This is just minimally uphill, just a couple of feet, but you can see from the overview the design of the green. And that flag's on the right, it's a little bit of a longer carry, so just be a little cognizant of that. You don't have to hit it directly at the flag.
That will be a great look at birdie. And getting ready for the putt. Wow, rolling the ball beautifully, makes birdie again.
Yeah, that pace, that roll, it's always getting to the hole, and it's the perfect, what we call the perfect holding speed. It uses all 4 1/4 inches of the cup. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there.
Frank, I know you like boxing. That was some heavyweight power right there.
Smoked it.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Getting set for another approach, our featured golfer really looks dialed in at this point.
Yeah, right now this is a great feeling to have as a golfer. Your swing's good, the timing, it's almost like it's just completely natural. You don't have to think. The swing is exactly where you want it to be. So really you're just looking at the flag in front of you.
Shouldn't be a problem here. So the eagle goes begging, still has this for birdie.
Rich, I'm starting to lose count. This is just birdie after birdie.
It's all-time stuff. I mean, this is territory we just don't visit very often. Frank, we begin this back nine with a real test. It's a 218-yard par 3.
And it's very easy to get lulled into the shape of that lake there on the right side and try and hit a cut in here. But that cut's going to work against the natural shape of the hole. If anything, a nice high draw.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie.
Second shot.
Wow, they're falling like rain today. 8 birdies on the card. So off the long par 3 10th, we are at the 11th hole, 417-yard par 4, Frank.
It looks like a straightaway par 4, Rich, but if anything, the hole actually bends to the left, and you really want to follow that natural contour of that. Just sort of draw it off those bunkers on the right, or just simply carry it over the ones on the left. But ideally down the left side, it avoids that pine tree that's further down.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Well, the great hits just keep coming. Moves to minus 11 on the day. Frank, what are we looking at here at the par 4 12, 442 yards?
Players are really focused on that bunker down the left side. That's the one that has to be either laid up, which would be 286 yards off the tee, or sort of worked off. This could very well be a 3-wood off the tee. Just hit it straight at that left bunker.
Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Wow, what a shot. Doesn't even need the putter. Well, Frank, here's another.
That first 2/3 of the green is just like a nice big circle. You hit it anywhere on that, you can have a putt of some 20, 25 feet maximum for birdie.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Frank, this par 4 14th hole at about 440 yards will test you all the way up to that green, won't it?
Yeah, it certainly will. It just looks like you should bash it over those bunkers down the left side, but the green pitches from left to right. So the best access is actually down the right side, coming in from that sort of right line. So don't be fooled here.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse, good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
That is how it's done, right there. What an approach shot. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been.
Now to the 15th tee, and Frank, this looks like a fun shot to hit.
It won't play its full yardage because of that elevated tee, but a good one out here. We might see one of those 350, 360 plus yard drives. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Right where they were aiming, in the fairway. Frank, what about this second shot here at 15?
It's one of the longest par 4s on the golf course, Rich, so you don't want to get too greedy. Green does open up on that left side. You can see that bunker on the front of the green. It sort of protects that right side. So you've got to try and bring it in. One of the few shots you could actually cut it into this green. This golf course normally suits a draw, but this hole here you could do well with one that goes in the other direction.
Oh yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Moving on to number 16 now. It's a par 4 at 414 yards. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
It's another hole that'll favor a nice sort of high draw off the tee. We'll set up that second shot to a green that has several different levels on it.
Just blasted that tee ball, Frank. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Continuing to putt with confidence. Frank, as we make our way to the house, a chance here at the 17th, just 374 yards, a chance for a birdie.
It certainly is. Anytime you see a hole today under 400 yards, a par 4 that is, you know you're going to get a short on your iron. You know you're going to get a short iron in your hand if you hit a good tee shot. Just avoid the bunkers left and right off the tee. Green does slope back to front, so it pitches nicely towards you, making that second shot, if anything, a little easier.
Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
He'd settle for par here. He has this for par. Well, here we are at the final hole here at Banff Springs, 578-yard par 5, and Frank, a chance to finish the round with a flourish.
If you're one of the fortunate to hit this fairway, it's very reachable, but well protected by bunkers, left, right, central bunkers as well. You really have to be aware of two things, the wind direction and exactly how far you can carry that tee shot if you want to find this fairway.
Oh, come on, that's not even human. That's ridiculous. That is 350 plus yards.
Oh, this is right at it.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Frank, that was an impressive round out there.